Episode 3. I'm Caz. I'm Holly. And this is the Wine and Wine podcast.
Episode 3.
Paranormal experiences.
Hey everyone, welcome.
Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3. Cheers.
Cheers.
We've got different drinks today.
I've been away for the weekend, so we weren't very organised.
Yes, a bit rushed. We want to have our own drinks. Mine's a Prosecco.
And just the Moscato that's been in the fridge for a couple of weeks.
One week. Thank you, Antonio, once again for the love and support and little comments, criticisms we've had as well. It's all good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks. No, we do appreciate it.
No,
but I'm very, very excited for this episode, and make sure you stick around to the end because the stories get better.
Yes.
We've kind of done it as like a little timeline, you'll see.
Yep.
So yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm excited for this one, and I've also already creeped myself out doing that intro.
Yeah, amazing introduction, by the way.
Yeah.
But firstly, before that, we've got to do our whinge wine of the week. So my wine of the week, and I'm sure mums out there or whomever, anyone with a partner, whatever, can relate. Mine is day in, day out, do the washing. It's always the towels. And then I go to have a shower, step out, no towels. I've got Curtis that comes in, sometimes showers in my bathroom or whatever, it doesn't matter, but it's the most aggravating thing to just step out and I've got to do the naked run to the yes, offensive, I know, run to the laundry thing to get the towels out. Oh my God. Anyway, that absolutely.
That's frustrating, I agree. Not that I have to do anyone else's washing but my own, but
sometimes.
sometimes. Yes. My wine is, I don't know, just being sick. I think just the winter cold that goes around. I've had it twice now, and we're not even that deep into winter. So excuse me if I have to have a little bit of a cough because I'm dying.
Well, asthmatic coughing.
Asthmatic, yeah. Asthmatics and cold air just don't
agree.
Don't go. So that's okay. That's all right. Anyways, I think we should get into the episode because I'm very excited.
Excited to scare you all out. Disclaimer. I hope it's not nighttime where you are listening.
Yeah.
We haven't turned our lights on, but just don't worry about that.
That's okay. You know who we are now.
All right, let's begin. I'll start because I'm older than Holly, so it goes way back longer. But my little story goes back. My grandparents lived near an old church. We used to visit them most Christmases, and we're all gathered for dinner one night, and us kids went and grabbed some torches and stuff. This very old church had a cemetery around it. Mm-hmm. So we thought we were going to be heroes. I was literally probably 10 years old.
No.
And had a couple of cousins like, we're going to go to the cemetery. So we going to the parents, going to the cemetery. We'll be back soon. Off we go.
Yeah, as you know, put your brave faces on.
Go to the cemetery. So we've been to this cemetery before, obviously during the daytime, but there was an actual, I don't know if it's called a crypt, but there's a coffin covered in concrete, not a mausoleum. So it wasn't a big thing. It was just this little concrete slab sort of thing. And there was a coffin underneath it. And it had a crack, like a corner knocked off. So we wanted to get our torches and look inside it. At night time, of course. So
yeah,
off we go. Da-da-da. It's only 4 doors down from my Nan and Pop's house. So off we go. So we're going and we're all there. We're getting in the torches. We all want to have a turn to look into this little thing. And as we get there, I shine my torch in and we hear these noises. So straight away, we're like freaking out. like, is there anyone else? Is there anyone else there? Like, no, you go. And so we were all girls, and there was my brother, and he was the youngest. So like, you do it, Dave, you do it. Get the torch, put it in the hole, and literally is this, get out, like this horrible noise, and we're screaming.
Yeah.
We run back to Nan and Pop's house so fast, and we run into the house, and as we've run in, my dad and my uncle were there, and they're a bit puffed out, and it was them. They'd followed us to the cemetery, and we're doing these like woo noises. So that was at 10 years old. That was my introduction to
scariness
experiences.
Yeah.
So that's a funny one. So now we can go down
Yeah.
a little bit worse. But.
Yeah, it does get worse. But so my first experience, I guess, with ever seeing anything, which kind of like opened my eyes into the whole, spiritual world. I was probably about the same age. I'd say, I don't know how old I was when we lived there, probably about 10 to 12. And this is at our old house. I call this lady the drowned lady. And I swear that our old house was haunted with this woman because I used to see her just around the house. But the main two that I remember was I was looking through the kitchen. There's a little hole in the wall into the dining room. And she was just standing there in the corner. And it's like a completely, like a shadow figure. But her hair is all floating up. Like she was in the water. That's why I call her the drowned lady, because she's like, it just looks like she's underwater. So that was the first time that I saw her. And then second time I was going upstairs, going to bed, and in your bedroom there's a little gap in the door, and you can see your bed. Obviously it's dark in the room, so there's no lights on or anything. And I look in and she's standing there on top of your bed, just full, like, it was horrifying. Like, it was so scary. I knew that there was something in that house.
Well, funnily enough, Campbell said he saw something. It wasn't so much as a woman, but so if you're at the top of the stairs looking down, we had a little bedroom,
like a little room,
and and then Andrew's office on the other side. So he's at the top of the stairs early in the morning, first one up, and this from one to the other.
Yeah.
And he is the biggest.
He does not believe. Like,
and he was the one, because we all got, like that morning, we all got up and he was in his room for ages, and he's like, I can't come down there. I saw something. And to this day, he can verify it, but
yeah,
he saw something.
Yeah, no, which kind of just confirms it for me, because I was like, if Campbell says, and still to this day says, that he saw something, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not
you weren't
tripping.
No, that's right. You definitely saw something.
Yeah, there's something there.
No way.
Terrible. Yeah.
So my second one, I would have been in high school. And in year 12, we were allowed to study whatever religion we wanted to, or like for a little project. So, of course, I wanted to be a smart ass, and I studied Satanism.
Oh, yeah, as you do.
As you do. Into a little, yeah. Anyway, so researching, I had to like get some videos and things. The good old school VHS tapes in the old video player. So the only room you can watch it in the library was literally like, it was a closet and had a TV with a video player in it. So get my Satanism VHS tape, put it in, and of course I go in there to watch this and the lights don't work. So I'm in this room watching this thing in pitch black.
In the dark.
In the dark. And I'm like, it's kind of a bit freaking me out. So I'm about halfway through this video, and I swear I just felt like something.
Yeah, you can just feel it.
It was not normal.
No.
And I just freaked out, and I just had to shut it off. And I just made it up. I just made up this whole thing because I was so scared. Yeah. And I had to do this presentation on made up stuff, basically.
Fair enough.
I was too scared to do anything else.
No, I hate it when you can feel like there's something like there. And you just know it. You know it.
Yeah. You can't.
It just feels so heavy.
Exactly.
But yeah, coming on that, like feeling presences, I don't know how to describe it, but at about probably, I'd say only like 16, I started to like really get into it and start, I guess, messing around with all of that fun stuff. But I was upstairs, new house, and I had a pendulum, and hopefully you guys know that is just another way to speak to entities, I guess. And yeah, so I was talking to something for probably like maybe even 2 minutes. It wasn't that long, but there was something there and I could feel the shift in my room. Like, and if you know, like there's just something and it's heavy and it's in there and it's just, it feels horrible. No. And so I go like, no, I'm just gonna stop and put it away. I go over to my like vanity thing. I put it down. I knew it was fine. Like I could see it there. It was fine, whatever. And it was just a little pink crystal one.
Yep.
Wake up the next morning, like no word of a lie, completely just snapped in half. Clean. And I was like, oh no. Like whatever I was interacting with was not a good spirit. It was not.
This is what she does to me.
Yeah, I know.
Brings these things into my house.
I'm sorry.
And then doesn't tell me for ages and ages.
And I just get curious. But it's like, I don't know. It's fun until it's not, really. Like, I don't want to get any deeper into it because I'm too scared to, like, actually see.
That's right, exactly right.
Yeah.
And this is the whole point. So my third and my last one is where I finally stopped. So after the satanic video, there was a thing going around back in the day when I was in high school that if you went into a pitch black room and sat in front of a mirror and said the Lord's Prayer backwards, sorry, if you can hear that scratching, that's Sunny out the back. Sorry, Sunny. Anyway, if you sat in front of a mirror, pitch black room, looked into the mirror and said the Lord's Prayer backwards, a red light would appear and you would be speaking basically to the devil, apparently. Yeah. So for anyone that can actually memorise the Lord's Prayer.
First of all, yeah.
And then backwards. So apparently I did at least half of it because I went and did it. So I had some friends over and they dared me. So they dared me to go in, and my room was the darkest room and it was pretty much pitch black, even though we were doing it in the daytime. Yeah. And I probably said, honestly, maybe 6 words. I've never been so scared in my entire,
I couldn't do that.
My pants. I was so terrified. Just that same feeling of just as soon as I started speaking, I could just, same thing, feel this shift, and I just went, I'm out, I'm gone. I'm just bolted.
Checking out.
No. Awful.
So, yeah, no. I couldn't do anything.
And that was it. That's it. So anything other, like everyone else, let's go to a ouija, like years later. No, I was gone after that. That was it. I'm done.
That's like the whole thing is that you should never ever have an empty chair facing your bed because it's inviting something to come and sit there and watch you sleep. And never have a mirror facing your bed either because mirrors are like a portal to the other side sort of thing. So yeah, I would never do anything in front of a mirror ever.
No, God.
It's just it's too freaky. But in saying that, my very good roommate / best friend, Brooke, shout out to you.
Thanks, Brooke. I can blame you as well.
Yeah, when I was living in Brisbane, we went and bought a Ouija board off this lovely little lady. She hand makes them. And in summary, the first time we used it, we went to a cemetery and...
Seriously, who does this?
We do. Idiots, pretty much. But it's really cool. So we were in my car and we were using it, and obviously you have to do it with someone you trust because then you know that it's actually working, and I can confirm that it works. And I think that's what freaks me out the most is that it actually genuinely does work because I'm doing it with someone that I trust and I know that she's not going to move it. Anyway, it's so insanely freaky. So yeah, we were sitting in my car across from this cemetery because we didn't want to actually go in because, you know, protected by the car.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, no. And we felt this wave of just heat come over both of us, and you're looking at each other and going like, are you feeling that? Yeah, I'm feeling that. It doesn't feel very good. So you go like quickly, oh, goodbye. And that was the first one that we ever had. And it kept going like, do you want to speak to us? No. Like, do you want us here? No. And it just kept going and going, and we're like, okay, well, let's just go. So then I just drove down the road to the end of the other side. And then we ended up meeting someone else, and they gave us their initials. I don't remember what it was now. And we still say, oh, we have to go back and check, like, if that was actually someone that was in there. But it was fully communicating with us for like a good 5 minutes. And you can just feel when it's a nice entity, like you can feel the energy difference. And that's how we both know. And then went to another one probably like maybe even a year later. This wasn't that long ago. And we were sitting there and the whole board just starts shifting, and we're sitting there on the grass. We actually went in this time. And we got the initials. It was something like MA. And we turn around, like once we say goodbye and whatnot, we turn around and no shit, behind us was a tombstone, like a gravestone. And it had like Mary, I don't know the last name, something starting with an A. Yeah, and we were like, oh no. And you just, the shivers that you get, it's horrible. But at the same time, it's so, like, it's so interesting. Because, like, it's actually, like, something is there. Something's communicating with us because she's not moving it. I'm not moving it. What's doing it? And it's so swift, and it goes, and it, like, it's so strange. Okay. To the old roommates that we lived with, we're sorry. Because when you were all gone, we did the Ouija board in the house.
Oh my! This Ouija board, by the way, is forbidden. I'm hoping Brooke still has it. Please, Brooke, because
it does, yes.
It's forbidden in my house. But for this reason,
it lives under the staircase in the old house, inside a pillowcase. You got to keep them like wrapped up. So yeah, we did it in the house, and we met a young girl. This experience in itself was, I don't even know, I can't even explain it, because we're sitting there and just going, what is going on? Because the board was on the ground, right? And it's wooden, so it's really hard to move. So it's not like one of us is pushing it, because you can tell if someone's fingers are like pushing it. And the whole board just starts going shh, 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 across the floor. What? Yeah, it was fully just shifting across the floor because this child was trying to communicate. It doesn't know how to spell, doesn't know. It was a very young soul, and it was trying to communicate, but it just couldn't. And then, ever since then, there has been something that has been following me around. There has been something attached to me. So when I lived there, we would constantly hear running up and down the stairs. Like in the middle of the night, we would just see like do 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 over where the Ouija board was, because it was like underneath the stairs. We just say do 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 do, and we'd be sitting out in the lounge room, and the lights, the little fairy lights on the stairs that someone needs to be over there flicking them on and off. They would just turn on and off. And then I moved home, and then this is, you know about this, because you know how freaked out I was by it. Like probably a month after I moved home, I was home alone. I had Vader, and they started barking. And I was like, oh, no, someone's here. No one was here, so I was like, okay, whatever. I just walk into the kitchen, you know, to grab a snack if I'm out there. So I go in and I grab a snack. And obviously I notice all of the drawers are shut, the fridge is shut, like everything is shut. I was just in there. I come back in here, 2 or 3 minutes later, I just hear bang, bang, bang. Walk back out. The cutlery drawer had been like, someone had like slammed it open. It was wide open. The other, like the wine door was open. It was so strange, because I'd obviously just been out there, and I was like, no, and there was no one else home.
No.
It was so weird. And now Brooke always says, there's nothing in the house. Like, I haven't heard anything. Nothing's happened since you've left. So I probably, I probably brought it home. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. So that's what I have to live with. So I sage my house all the time. So I don't know. Hopefully it's better be gone. In fact, well, no, I don't think there's anything.
I don't think there's anything. I mean, like a couple weeks ago, it was Mum and I at home, and I was in the laundry ironing my pants, and I saw something walk into my room, and I thought it was Mum. I was like, oh, because sometimes she goes in there to like grab something from my makeup or goes into my, like, just whatever. She just walks in there. So I literally stopped what I was doing. I put the iron down and walked over to my room, and I was about to go like, oh, Mum, what do you want? And she wasn't in there. And she wasn't in here. And so then obviously I tell Mum, and she's like, oh.
Sage.
She's like saging.
God.
She's like, take this. Makes me go to every corner of my room, start saging it.
Oh my God. I have to sage every day now.
Yeah.
I
I don't do it in the house. I would never do it in the house.
Everyone's now, can you understand that why I probably have super grey hair? Because you
stress around. No, but I would never do it in the house, like ever. Because it doesn't protect my peace either. Like if I know something's in here, I won't sleep. Because I will get nightmares, like.
Oh, exactly.
Anyways. So that's like in summary of everything that I guess.
A short summary.
A short summary of everything
that she pulls on me.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just get rid of the Ouija board, by the way.
Well, it's not here. It's in Brisbane.
But still get rid of it.
You can't get rid of them.
Why?
You just can't. Like, you just can't get rid of them. It's like bad luck. It's with us forever.
No, it is not. No, it's not.
Yay.
Oh my God.
So yeah, if you actually have any interesting ghost stories, I'd like to hear them because I love talking about this stuff. If you can't tell.
For real ghost stories, like, don't inflict pain on your mother. No, any ghost stories, yes, send them in. It'd be very cool to hear. Obviously, yes, tarot cards, that sort of thing.
Yes, I do that. I used to do that all the time. I used to read my tarot for people.
Their tarot?
Oh, yeah, I used to read their tarot. I have lots of crystals. I always keep one in my car. And I have my little protecting angel hanging from my car.
Maybe you need it on your person.
Probably. That's all right.
So that was our spooky story. I hope you enjoyed them. And then next week,
something a little bit lighter.
Yep, we thought we'd like change it up a bit. She's half dying. We better wrap it up.
Probably.
So we thought we'd do it a bit lighter and do work fails.
Yes.
Funny things that have happened at work, or not so important.
Or not so funny. They're just fails, really.
Fails. Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited. I got some funny ones.
Yeah, mine are funny too.
Yeah.
So it should be good. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Obviously not too scary, hopefully.
Hopefully not too. I don't think it's too scary.
No. We kind of like lighten the mood, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope we did.
But yeah.
Until she comes running in my room tonight. Something's happened. Mummy. Help me. Something in my room.
Yeah. But yeah, share your stories and get ready for next week.
Yes.
More funny ones on the way.
Yeah, perfect.
But thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week. Thank
See
you.
you next week.
Bye. Hello. Ooh, not again. Oh, we timed that so good. Nailed it.